Hi, my name is Anvita and today we're going to be practicing Padmasana or the Lotus position. Now Padmasana is primarily defined as a meditative posture and we're going to be practicing it in order to increase our spinal flexibility as well as improve the blood flow in our lower periphery region. Now when you practice Padmasana, you might find it a little stressful on your ankle region and on your knees in general, but over time you should be able to ease into the practice of Padmasana. In order to do that, we're going to begin with the practice of Ardha Padmasana, which is half Padmasana, and then transition into the full lotus pose so that you will see how you can bridge the gap between where you are right now and where you'd like to be in this practice. Now, before we begin this asana, a few pointers that you want to keep in mind. If you have any knee injuries at the moment, or any ankle injuries, or even any major hip injuries, then you want to be careful of this practice. But otherwise, you should be able to do this asana quite comfortably. And now we're going to get into understanding exactly how to practice it. Alright, so now we're going to learn how to practice Padmasana or the meditative posture known as the lotus pose. So before you actually move into the full formation of Padmasana, you need to practice Ardha Padmasana, which is the half lotus pose. It's very similar to the full version, but you're just using one leg at a time instead of using both and locking in yourself in the asana. So let's get into understanding how to practice Ardha Padmasana. So first you're going to seat yourself down in a simple cross-legged position just like this. Now what you're going to do is, you're going to take one leg, so let's say you're taking your right leg, and you're going to gently place your leg using the support of your ankles on the opposite thigh. So as you can see, it's very much near my hip bone and you need to make sure that it's as close to your upper thigh as possible. Now once you've placed one leg here and your sole of the foot is pointing upwards, you're going to ease into this practice and make yourself comfortable in it. Once you've found a good position and you feel totally comfortable in this basic leg position, then you're going to take your hands and place them very gently and slowly in Gyan Mudra, which is like this, on the tops of your knees. Once you've done this, you're going to try and make sure that your shoulders are squared back, that your spine is absolutely straight, that your chin is parallel to the mat, and then slowly and gently you're going to close your eyes and stay in this asana for a few seconds. So you can count up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then very slowly and gently you're going to remove Gyan Mudra, free your hands, and slowly now you're going to release the leg. So you're going to pick up your ankle very carefully and gently, release your leg and bring it back onto the mat. So this is the basic position of Ardha Padmasana, and you can repeat this posture with your other leg as well. So just for example, you can take your left leg, make sure that you place it as close to your upper thigh as possible, and then once again repeat the same practice. So this is how you do Ardha Padmasana, and I would suggest that you do this for a few days before you start doing Padmasana. If you feel like your legs are ready to go into the full position, then you can try it. But remember to go as per your capacity and don't force your legs into the practice if they're not ready to move into it as yet. So this is the basic position of the half lotus pose. And now from here we're going to practice the full Padmasana or the lotus position. Very similar, you're going to take your right leg, hold your ankles and grip them tightly, and then place your leg on the opposite thigh. Make sure it's at the top, that you're comfortable here and you've got a firm base. Then you're going to take the other leg, so I'm taking my left leg, you're going to hold it by the ankles and bring it up top as close to your opposite thigh as possible. Now as you can see, there's almost a lock that has been formed by my legs and I'm not able to get out of this position for a couple of seconds. So you're going to stay just like this, and once you're totally comfortable in this asana, you're going to take your hands, once again in Gyan Mudra, place them slowly and gently at the tops of your knees. Then again you're going to straighten your spine out, make sure your shoulders are squared back, chin is parallel to the mat, and very slowly now you're going to close your eyes. And once again we're going to count at least till 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then slowly open your eyes, release the Gyan Mudra position, release your left leg, place it slowly and gently back onto the mat, and then release the right leg and bring it back as well. And then you come back into your basic Sukhasana position. So this is the basis of how you do Padmasana or the lotus position. Now, if you'd like to do this even more strictly in the way that you practice it, you can also straighten out your legs completely and then take one leg at a time and place it on top of your thigh. But this entirely depends on what is more comfortable for you. If you have a hip or knee injury, you might find it easier to go directly from this position into Padmasana. So whatever works for you and makes you feel like this practice is great for you, practice it your way and do it as per your own capacity. So this is a synopsis of Padmasana or the lotus position. Alright, so that was the practice of Padmasana, and I hope you've understood how to go through all of the motions of this asana. Remember to be very careful with how you move your ankles and your toes into this posture and do it only as per your capacity. Now, as we mentioned in all of our previous videos as well, yoga is primarily a spiritual practice and Padmasana is one of the most fantastic asanas for your spiritual upward progression. So remember to do this as per your capacity and to do it in every single Hatha Yoga class that you take on. Apart from that, we hope that you continue to watch our videos and share it with your friends and family if you feel like it adds value to your life. We will now see you in the next video and we look forward to speaking with you then.